Hi everyone! So we're going to make some canisters today, and this is using Eileen Hall's XL canister die, and it's a scoreboard die. So basically actually all Eileen Hall's dies are scoreboard dies, and it makes these three cutouts right here. So basically you got to cut out two of these. This is the bottom of the canister, and then this is the top lid of the canister. And you can see here in the picture that they created three, and I'll show you how to make the three different sizes. I'm not sure exactly what size these two are, but I know the larger one is the die cut that is part of the die. So these are a few that I made. This one is a kitchen one, and this is using Carta Homemade with Love is the collection, and really pretty sturdy paper. It was a kit that I purchased from Hobby Lobby, and this is the larger one. So basically this is what the die cuts out, is this size right here. And it's with the lid it's 4 3/4, without the lid it's 4 1/2. And it's a really cute little canister, so you could fill it in with lots of goodies. And I had someone comment on, I believe it was my Facebook, if you can actually put actual flour in there. If you probably made it out of some lightweight chipboard and just put like a little plastic bag inside, then you should be able to use it. I'm going to put some real flour in there, which will actually be really cute. And then you can see the bottom lid. And, well, I mean the bottom, and then this is the lid right here. And then here's the second one. So this is, without the lid, is 3 1/2. So I just basically went an inch shorter. And again, you can see it's really cute paper. And then this is 2 1/2 without the lid. And these labels right here, which I'll show you in a bit, are by Whitlock. It's this Ornate label set. They're Thinlit dies, and you get 12 of them. And I'll show you the dies in a minute. So those are the canisters that I made for the kitchen. So I got the flour. This it came with a pack of stickers, so this one says "Love being in my kitchen," and then this one is sugar. So really cute. So I made that, but I wanted to show you that you can also create for any room in your home, so it doesn't have to just specifically be for the kitchen. This one I made, say you could put in your craft room, and this is using the Tilda paper. Let's see, which paper collection is this? This is, I have it right here. It's called, oh, The Corner Shop. And I purchased my Tilda paper pads from craftycity.com, which is Archana. And I'll put her link to her shop down below. It's really cute with Tilda paper because it's double-sided. It's really nice with double-sided paper. And then I just add some ribbon. These cute little bows that I got from Michael's. Here's another one. And then these images are just little cutouts that are part of the paper pad. And cute little canisters, so you could put your embellishments inside. And this is a smaller one. It's a cute little bunny rabbit. Really cute. And then my mom wanted, she had asked if I can make her a set, but she wanted hers a little bit taller for her sewing room. So I used the paper collection by Tilda again, and it's really pretty paper because it's sewing theme, and it's, let's see, I think it's Happiness. Wait, hold on. Where's the paper right here? Oh, Happiness is Homemade. That's the paper pad. And so this one is actually without the lid. This is 8 inches. so she could fit a lot of stuff. And you can see the paper sewing theme, so it has a sewing machine, it says buttons, and then it has scissors. And then I use again the die cut paper that had all these little cutouts you could pop out. And it says buttons on here. And I add some dimensional pop dots in the back to give it some dimension. So, and then the buttons here, I doubled up to the buttons, so it's easier for her to open the lid. So this one's 8 inches, and then I made this one 7 inches. Really cute. It's really cute paper. And then this one I made 6 inches. Really cute. So I added another spool, which I add a pop dot, and then I add this cute little lamb. And I put a dimensional behind him too. So that's for my mom. You can see they're really tall, so they make a really nice size canister. Okay, so let me show you the cutout, and then I will show you how to make the different sizes. Okay, so this is what it basically cuts out. So you get one of these, and then you get again the lid, and then the bottom piece. So you need to cut out 2 of these to make the canister. So this from top to bottom is 4.5. So I just add some double-sided tape, and I'm just gonna adhere it together. So I'm just gonna remove this tape here. And you can use your embossing folder if you want to give a little more texture to the canisters. I mean, there's lots of fun ideas that you could do with these canisters. Just adhere it together. Okay. Oh, before we do that, actually, let me put this back. We forgot to add the bottom first. Okay, so let's add the bottom piece first. So it's this piece right here, which I add, you can see, double-sided tape. So let me just remove those out. And this is just some really nice craft cardstock that I purchased from Michael's. Okay, so all you're going to do is just take the bottom and just line it up. And then just go around. So it's really quick to put together. Okay, now we can peel this off. Okay, and then we'll just add this. Okay, there you go. Got your canister. Now the lid is really easy. I use these little tiny mini dots, and I just basically adhere or add it to this end of the tab here. Actually, I think I added to the wrong side. Yeah, Yeah, I did. I gotta flip it over. Sorry, I added it to the wrong side. That's okay. Good thing it was just craft cardstock. Okay, so now you're just going to adhere. Okay. Oh, guess I didn't put one on that one. Alright, so that makes the lid right there. Really cute. Okay, and then the lid just goes right on top. There you go, and then you got your little canister. It's that really quick to make. And then you could put whatever you want on the top, you know. I like to just base it on the theme. Here's just a couple ideas. You can add, for example, you can add like the kitchen. I found these a while back, I think at my local Beverly's. These little rolling pins would be cute for the kitchen. I make a cute little handle to go on top. Or you can put like these, like it has in the picture, these little knobs. I know Tim Holtz has some, the Paper Studio has some. You could put that as well. You can put these spools, maybe a smaller one. This one's kind of big, but you could put a smaller one. That would be cute. So lots of different ideas. This one, you can see I put a bow right here. I put these flowers. And then the one that I made for my mom, I put buttons. So lots of different, you know, tops that you could put on the lid. And then I'll show you really quickly how to make them longer. So like I mentioned earlier, this is 4.5. Okay, so if you want to make it basically like these ones right here, the 6.5 inch or the 6-inch one, all you're going to do is just take a piece of design paper and, let's see, make it my trimmer here. So let me get my trimmer. So I just need to scoot these out of the way, give myself some room here. So you're going to cut your paper basically at 5 3/8. Okay, so it's going to be 5 3/8. So we're going to line it at 5 3/8. And remember, you're going to need 2 of them to make the canister. So 5 3/8. Okay, and however long or tall you want them to be is what you're going to cut next. So let's say if I want it 6 inches, I'm going to cut it at 6 inches. Okay, 6 inches. Okay, so this will be great using the 6-inch paper pads that everyone has. And then you're just going to take your scoreboard. I'm just going to take my little Martha Stewart scoreboard here. And we're going to score it at 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 4 3/4, and 5. Okay, so that's the same measurement as it is in the die, except that the only difference is you're making the height longer. Okay, and that's how you do it. And then you just add your adhesive to this end right here, and then like I showed you earlier, you attach the 2 together to make the canister. You're going to use the same lid and the same bottom piece, and you could still make these taller ones. Okay, so that's how you would do that if you want to make a taller one. So let me just show you quickly this die right here. This is a really neat die. Again, it's by Whitlock, and you get 12. You can see all the different dies that you get. And I got this at Hobby Lobby, by the way. So let's see here. I cut some out already, so I can show you how to layer them. This is using Tilda paper, So I made these using a bunch of the scraps that I saved. Okay, so let's see here. We got this big piece right here, and that makes this piece. So you got this big large piece, and then you have a smaller one, which is the same thing. So that makes this. Okay, and then for the big one, you get two larger ones that layer over it, which are these two. So this is like a chevron, and these are just like straight lines. So that's basically, let's see, where are those in here? Here, this is that straight, you can see the little straight line, really pretty. So you could layer it like that. Here's the chevron one, really cool. So you could layer that on top, and then you get these for this one right here, you get 3 different ones to layer over. So it's like a little holes on it, you could see that. This one has a really pretty, I don't know what kind of design that is, but it's really pretty. And then there's this one, it's more like a lattice design. Okay, so then you could layer it like that, you could see that. So those are these 3 right here, and then you get these labels, which are really cool. So there's 2 of them that comes with pre-punched holes, and then there's another one that layers over it like this. So this goes on, you know, so that's this one right here, and then you can put it over like that. You can take the smaller pre-punched hole one and layer it over that. So there's so many different ways that you could use these. And then let's see, then you got a solid one like this that you can layer over just like that, and then get the smaller one that you get. So really neat. Or you could just use it just like this and then just layer over it. So just play around with it, and you could see all the different kinds that you can make. It's a really cute die set, really neat. So that's my project share today. Again, it's the Lori Whitlock Ornate labels and Eileen Hole's Canister XL die. So thanks for watching. Bye.